they tell you to look up. A comet is approaching, a rare and spectacular event crossing the night sky. Millions stop with their faces lit by an ancient light, united in wonder, the news anchors whisper. Social media overflows with blurry photos. It is a beautiful story about our place in the universe. But while we look up, the real change happens below, in the server farms, in the back rooms of power, in the financial markets. The comet is the perfect distraction, real, spectacular, and it asks nothing of us. This is the oldest trick, bread and circuses now enhanced for the digital age. Today's spectacles are constant, wars, scandals, technological wonders, all demanding our attention, their true function. Prevent us from asking difficult questions about the systems that shape our lives. While we look up, the real story unfolds in the shadows. The spectacle is not new, but it has never been so effective. Fear is the oldest tool of control, a primitive switch that overrides thinking. When we are afraid, we react by seeking protectors and simple answers. Power has always conjured threats to unify and justify authority. Today, fear is algorithmic, designed by data scientists, not politicians. Platforms know our anxieties, feeding us an incessant stream of outrage and bad news. This is not a conspiracy, it is the business model of the attention economy. Fear drives engagement. Engagement creates data, and data is power. The news cycle is a fear machine 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Each crisis amplified by algorithms, context and nuance disappear. Only the raw impact of fear remains. They keep us in a state of low-grade panic, easier to manage, less likely to question. This control is subtle. It shapes our reality from the inside out. The algorithm doesn't tell us what to think. It makes thinking almost impossible. While we chase the next threat, real changes go unnoticed. Our world is built for distraction, designed to steer us away from what matters. Notifications, breaking news, viral videos, each a calculated claim on our attention. They tell us we have more information than ever, but it is mostly noise. News sites and social media are not for deep thinking. They are for endless scrolling. Headlines provoke, images trigger emotions, keeping us moving without stopping to think. Lost in this digital maze, society transforms silently. New powers emerge, surveillance grows, work and identity change. These real stories are complex and slow, buried under trivial crises. We are encouraged to argue about distractions, not to see the big picture. The architecture of distraction is not an accident. It is a strategy. It prevents us from asking who is really directing our future. Modern anxieties follow a rhythm. A new threat that ends the world arrives like clockwork: economic collapse, pandemic, war, artificial intelligence. Each crisis dominates and then fades, being replaced by the next. We go from disaster to disaster, losing sight of long-term trends. Our reality becomes a series of disconnected emergencies, trapping us in an endless and urgent hour. The real question is not whether the threats are real. Some are, but why they are presented in this cyclical way. Who benefits from a population that is always scared? always distracted. The scheduled apocalypse destroys our sense of history and continuity. It makes us forget that history is shaped by people with power and plans. While we prepare for the next crises, those plans progress unnoticed. The cycle is the ultimate distraction. History is not random. It is done while they keep us busy with fear. We live in an era of staged reality, where truth and performance blur. Real events, protests, summits, are framed to create false contexts. The media curate reality, turning it into a theater that serves a specific agenda. Today's propaganda does not lie blatantly. It reformulates, simplifies, and manipulates. The goal, to manage perception, to build a consensual reality that favors those in power. We are invited to watch the play, forgetting that we are also actors who could rewrite the scripts. Away from the cameras, real life is more complicated. Rising costs, precarious work, growing helplessness. The gap between the official story and lived experience widens every day. The central conflict, stage versus street, performance versus reality. What will we choose to believe? The polished spectacle or the truth we see ourselves? Your attention is the most valuable commodity of our time. Every moment online, your focus is measured and sold. The system exploits our psychology, keeping us perpetually distracted. Technology promised freedom, but now it builds invisible cages of distraction. The true transformation is within our minds, a battle for consciousness. The most radical act is to lower the noise, disconnect, sit in silence, regain focus. In the silence, we see the patterns behind the chaos and ask, who benefits from all this noise? The silent rebellion is not anger. It is reclaiming our minds one moment at a time. It is finding the signal in the noise.